people mastered anatomy, they mastered astronomy, they mastered and invented astrology to explain astronomy to them. Okay, using those symbols that show relationship between themselves, the environment they're in, and the rest of the cosmos. Saying, wow, they're doing the same thing up there that we should be doing down here. Now, how do we build institutions to reflect that? This is our enemy, this is our friend. We go on with our friend. Who are our friends? Our ancestors. Who are our ancestors? Our ancestors is the bodies of knowledge that we left behind in our last incarnation. Study that body of knowledge to figure out what to do in this incarnation to free yourself from your enemy. Wherever people reside, and most of these civilization comes up around River Valley, Senegalese River, the Niger River, the Congo River, the Nile River, and so forth. And they're looking at the ecology. You can only work within the ecological possibilities you have. So if I'm in the rainforest, like the Yoruba, I can't use the same symbol as a guy that's in the fertile valley with desert on the side of it would use. I would need different symbols to represent the same ideas. What the brothers are confusing in many of these traditions today, they're hung up on symbols and they don't have a clue what they represent. So they're doing rituals and don't even know what the outcome should be. And that's why we've got confusion. First of all, let me know what principle is represented by the symbol. Then what ritual will allow me to learn that principle and utilize it and live it out. And so we have a weakness right there of understanding the forces of nature that's external to you and the forces of nature that's internal to you, and then building a relationship between the two through the rituals and ceremonies you do. And so if we begin to understand our wisdom and exercise that wisdom, we can say, like Desaline said, freedom or death. And
everything. And none of them now get nowhere. None of the things that we see happen for Jamaica now is because of why great is not evil a thing for say again. Great is not evil a thing for say about Jamaica. I mean, I said, and you know something, really and truly, I mean, say this all the while, you know, and I mean, I say it because this and that, but enough place will go all over the place. Believe you me, enough place in the world will go. And I can't tell any man, say, me go to some place where no Jamaican no go. It'll hurt ya. And I tell you, say, Jamaica, geographically, and how it look, are the most beautiful place you will ever see. If you talk about tropical, and we don't have no Amazon, we don't have no river we are straight from Yasso to Deso, and we don't have no waterfall we are going thousands of feet below. You ever fly in a plane yet? And the plane I got touch down a Montego Bay and you look on the water, the different turquoise colors, the different blue in the water where you see. And 4 different blue you see before it reach at the land, you know. Not even Hawaii where you man a big up Hawaii, you know. When people talk about Hawaii and the beaches of Hawaii, you know. Me not say no beach in Hawaii will give you that look. That when you look down, you know, you can't see the fish them. In at the bottom of the ocean, you can't see, you know. That pity them ton, Kingston, don't have the pier so terribly, you know. Because there was a time, me as a youth, me used to dive up money, tourists. When we go to school, you know, me used to school. And go down to Victoria Pier. That time they have a hotel named Merkelbank Hotel. Merkelbank Hotel right at the corner of Gold Street there, so down at the bottom to the water end. And we used to school because Jamaica Public Service used to have a plant right there, so and them let go some water come out there, so water nice, hot water. And we as a youth we used to school and go down and go bed. And then when we left the so now we go to Victoria Pier. Now Victoria Pier where ship used to come in and them used to have a whole heap of things from Victoria Pier. And I tell you man, you stand up on Victoria Pier and look down in the water, and I talk about Kingston. If you drop a dime, because so we used to dive up the money. Because when the tourists them chew it, we are part of the whole thing too, you know. As we youth, you know, school, and go down to Victoria Pier too, you know, it's a boat come in, ship come in and thing, and we know the tourists are going to on the wharf and money are going to run now. You see when them throw the money in the water, me and my brethren them just stand up and watch the money go right down to the bottom, you know. And it's when it touch the ocean floor, we dive in the water feet, you know. And trust me, we are come up back with the money, you know. We are come up back with the money. That was how Victoria Pier did look, right at the bottom of King Street. You could have seen the bottom of the water, the ocean floor. Now you can't even see the top. Because pier grease. And everything we left Kingston I go down there. Everything. One time Victoria Pier was like in the top 10 most preserved places as a pier. No, it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. But when you look at how Jamaica set, the mountain them, the backbone, Jankro Mountain, Blue Mountain, when you look and see the mountain them, man, you ever go in a Kunu Pass yet? I know I sound like me I sell Jamaica as a tourist attraction, but me I tell you, you ever go, you know when you Kunu Pass, you ever left Kingston yet? I mean, apart from come down a St. Little more you suit out, you don't have to bother come down here. Trust me, you guys say, yeah, that's it, I just studio a little more. All right. You ever go to Portland yet?
One time.
You never go to Portland yet? You never go to St. Thomas yet? Them have a place named Kunu Pass. You see? Kunu Pass, they're right between the Blue Mountain and Jankro Mountain. And then them say Kwaku did escape from the British. You ever hear them say you can't catch Kwaku, you catch him shot? I will in there so it happen. When them run him down, them look and see him shot each hand pan one limb. I saw it, a serious thing I talk, you know. Yeah, them it each hand pan a limb, him shot each hand pan a limb in there, and when them can't catch him. Them catch him shot, but they never see him. Anyway, you see, in that place there, them have a 6-mile journey from one side of the hill where the African them used to dodge the British and going to the mountain there. And you end up back around our next village, near to a place named Friday. Right, one village named Friday. So, you see when you're going there, so man, trust me, man, if me never alive, more things are heavy me there. The way the place look, lush and green, and I mean, you see plant life in there and birds in there and thing. I mean, I say, when Christopher Columbus come here, man, that's why them write, you know. Them write in them memoirs, you know. When Christopher Columbus come to Jamaica and him so say, you know, him said, this is how the Garden of Eden was. When them see it, you know, yet see them devastate the whole country. No, man, Jamaica one different place. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. ABC. Hey, me I tell you, say, believe you me, a Fraser get out of the advertisement. A Fraser vice pre advertisement down here. Look like him get more advertisement than sports news down here. Eh? No, seriously, Fraser do enough advertisement down here, Rasta. Alright, sir. I will probably make enough money and fight. Anyway, alright, we still come up to the news, so we don't want to get into nothing too serious because we don't want to cut into the vibe. You know, so we have Professor Small in the house. He will be one of the guest speakers Sunday. So we're going to talk to him, Professor James Small, you understand? So we're going to talk to him soon. Okay, all right, here we go. Where we are there, so? This way I go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Four men were shot and wounded during a drive-by shooting in Wakefield, Trelawney last evening. 3 of the wounded have been admitted in hospital in serious but stable condition, while the other was treated and released. Reports are that about 8:35 p.m., a group of community members came under gunfire from occupants of a white Nissan Tiida motor car. The shooters allegedly drove off in the direction of Dumfries St. James and made good their escape after the attack. The police are yet to establish a motive for the shooting. A 15-year-old male has been held in relation to the killing of a man in downtown Kingston yesterday. Commanding officer for Kingston Central, Superintendent Wilfred Campbell says the teen was pointed out based on eyewitness reports. Dead is 24-year-old laborer Shamar Robinson of Orange Street, Kingston. Reports are that about 4:30 p.m., Robinson was approached by the teen and shot several times. Police who were close to the scene captured the male after a chase and retrieved a 9mm Luger pistol with an empty cartridge. Superintendent Wilfred Campbell says the teen will be charged for the murder. And in news overseas, the Justice Department will phase out the use of privately owned prisons, citing safety concerns. Contracts with 13 private prisons will be reviewed and allowed to expire over the next 5 years. Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates said, explaining the decision, they do not save substantially on costs and they do not maintain the same level of security and safety. The majority of U.S. prisoners are held in state-run prisons. Finally, Scottish nurse Pauline Cafferty faces disciplinary action over claims she concealed her temperature at an Ebola screening on her return to the UK. The 40-year-old was infected with the virus while at a treatment center in Sierra Leone in 2014. She is alleged to have given dishonest answers to medical staff when she returned to Heathrow Airport. The Nursing and Midwifery Council, NMC, has been investigating Miss Cafferty's conduct. The charges against her had never been made public, but were accidentally uploaded to the NMC website. Those were the local and international headlines. You can go online to irefm.net to view the stories. Like us on facebook.com/irefm news and follow us on Twitter at irefm_news. Major news is next at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I am Stephanie Hamilton.
The Flow Rio 2016 Extra app. It has amazing features including multiple camera angles, giving viewers a sense of actually being up front and center at all events across all 32 Olympic venues in Rio de Janeiro. O'Dane Richards will start today's medal aspirations for Jamaica in the evening session on today's 7th day of track and field action at the Rio Olympics. This when he contests the men's shot put final at 6:30. At 8:15, Ristanana Tracy, Genevieve Russell and Lane Nugent will contest the women's 400-meter hurdles final. And at 8:30, the big man Usain Bolt steps up to compete in the 200 meters final as he aims to complete the second leg of his triple bid. He's also looking to lower his 7-year-old record of 19.19 seconds set back in 2009.
I definitely think I can break the world record, but the road some nights will be hard. I have to run the corner fast but efficient, so when I come in the straight I have enough energy to run home. So we'll see what happens.
That's Usain Bolt. Rain has forced the abandonment for the remainder of the opening day of the fourth and final test between the West Indies and India at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad. This after the West Indies, having elected to take first strike, had reached 62 for 2 when lunch was taken early because of the rain. Leon Johnson 9 and Darren Bravo 10 were the early casualties, while Craig Brathwaite is not out on 32 and Marlon Samuels on 4. Ishan Sharma and Ravichandran Ashwin are the wicket takers so far for the visitors. And finally, Jamaica's young cricketers chasing a victory target of 191. Well, they reached 80 for 3 after 24 overs against Guyana in the regional under-19 limited overs round 6 clash at Sand Hill in St. Vincent. Jordan Hill is unbeaten at 37, while Brad Barnes was not out on 8. Earlier, the Guyanese, after winning the toss and electing to bat, were dismissed for 190 in the 50th over. They were led by Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, who top scored at 42, while Sherfane Rutherford made 34. Tyrone Daly bagged 3 for 20, while there were 2 wickets each for Javor Royal and Michael Frew. In the game between the ICC Americas and Barbados at Arnorsville, the ICC Americas batting first were dismissed for 203, with Akashidip Jill top scoring with 85. Shamar Holder took 3 for 44 for Barbados, who reached 112 for 3 after 24 overs in reply. An action at Park Hill playing field saw the Windward Islands beating the Leeward Islands by 8 wickets. Final scores there, the Leewards 54 all out, the Windwards 58 for 2. This forecast came to you courtesy of the Flow Rio 2016 Extra app. It has amazing features including multiple camera angles, giving viewers a sense of actually being up front and center at all events across the 32 Olympic venues in Rio de Janeiro. From the IRFM Sports Desk, I am Roger Haspel.
Yes, Roger's fault, man. We want to thank Roger for sitting again. Never get to hear the program still. When the program start, we're gone at the year, you know?
Yeah, man.
But
next time you send me, I used it.
Me still. No, watch out. You can't do what me do, you know. Yes, so, you know. You can't do what me do over there, so.
You never know?
No. Trust me. You can't do what I do here, but you can't do what I do over there. Believe you me. A different, total different Mutabaruka.
All right.
You understand? But it's Jamaica going good, don't it?
Yeah, man. It was expected, and we are certainly living up to our expectations.
Yeah.
You know,
I see them criticize your boy if you go down there.
Who that?
St. Andrew of Holiness.
Well,
why never criticize about if you go down there?
I don't know. I mean,
I go watch him team a big down the place.
Well, I don't know.
Them terribly, man. You know, if it's an unfair thing for them.
If I don't feel so?
Yeah, say them unfair if you criticize them.
Criticize the Prime Minister?
No.
The Prime Minister?
No, listen to me.
Yeah.
I never said them criticize the Prime Minister, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's Prime Minister, they criticize him shouldn't be down there, him should be here doing the work and doing this and that.
Yeah.
You don't think it's unfair criticism?
I don't know if it's unfair and I don't know if it's fair.
Come out that place. Come on. All right, don't. No, I lock off the mic. When you can't hear me again, people. I don't like them wild business there, you know, but you're the power. But, what you love the power, so man? You know, your Marcus Garvey talk about people who love the power. All right, make a put him on back. What you say? Retrieve yourself, revive yourself. Tell me. What you going to say? You don't know if it's that and you don't know if it's that.
No. What I want to say still is that...
you don't have no opinion.
People will always have their opinion.
No, I know people me talk about you me talk about.
Yeah, and I
you feel like him deserve a criticism because him go to the Olympics?
Yes.
Tell me why. Why him should have get criticized for going to the Olympics?
I
because he has spent too much money for go down there. Tell me. He must spend taxpayer money for go down there.
I just think that your sports minister is there already, and the other officials are.
Yeah, but suppose him go there because him want to see it for himself and want to go down there personally.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is why I am kind of guarded, because he might personally want to see it for himself. Where, you know, if it's from a personal point of view, you know, well, that's it. But if it's a nationalistic point of view and trying to... But
everything is nationalistic right now, you know, because he is the Prime Minister and he is a human being who wants to see the sport, and everybody like go down there. I mean, if you can afford to go down there, go down there. Well, if you can use the taxpayer money and go down there, why not use it?
Well, yes, just say the word now. If him can afford to...
Yeah, but suppose him can't afford to, if he thief some of our money and go down there, go have a one time. He just go down there and have it. I mean... Politicians have always been stealing the people their money to go have fun. You never hear that? England. When man talk about them go shell out town and shell out this and shell out now.
But maybe their shellings go on now, but everybody keep quiet. Then I say nothing that time and not speak.
Watch about Jamaican people. What you mean? Take somebody money. What you mean? Well, somebody the 1.5 million money would have saved after that. What you mean? Make a trip and go down there, of course.
Well,
I hope you don't come back with your Zik video, you know.
Well, as you say, shellings might have gone, but it's not tweeting.
Yeah, Shelly and I run the shellings still.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I wouldn't criticize him about that still.
You wouldn't?
Me I try to figure out if him house done bill. Me I try to figure out.
Well,
you're not about the house again.
The last time I heard, the work was still taking place.
Money I run short. Money I run short.
It never stopped. The work never stopped.
Want to NHT money. NHT money now run again. Because it have the most money out of NHT.
Yes. Yes.
Money short, man. NHT money big, you know.
That they can borrow from the NHT if
borrow.
necessary.
Them now. Take which borrow? Why you think the money are borrow?
They will formalize and say, boy, they will move from here to do it, and then
Them take from
Back in
Peter
the
for pay
future.
Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
Take from Goldie to pay Andrew and Andrew to Bunty and Bunty to... Why Portia silent though about the place? Portia, I'm not hearing about Portia. How I go on?
I don't
My
know.
boy a challenger.
Mr. Blight.
Him blighted. Mr. Blight. Well blighted. I don't know what I do.
Him want a debate.
Eh?
Him want a debate.
Debate for what? Them man they go sit down and pack up and go sit down with them and sit down. What them a talk about? A joke business. A joke business.
I don't know why, but some people just like the controversy.
But the controversy though there.
Yeah, but as him come, as you know, if him come forward, it will create controversy.
Watch out, man.
Yeah.
Them man there.
Yeah.
Done. Them for go sit down.
But suppose him not see it that way.
Sit down on him veranda. Have him wife. I bring coffee and tea to him. And hug up him wife every night. And pray to him God. And just do what I do. And just stay where I there. Where I talk about my challenge. Challenge what?
Well, him feels him have the vitality to do it.
Vitality. So I can't remember that about that. I can't ever get vexed about my challenge. Challenge which part? Believe this.
Anyway.
And then, you know, me ear too.
Yeah.
When I had a brother there named Peter Phillips. Me and Peter Phillips I talk about, I don't know, every time them man they know in a power, them have good argument, you know.
Regular thing that.
Yeah, and anyway. We have to go to the cash part.
Yeah, but more formally congratulate you on your national honor here, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Before you cut me off.
So listen up, the special pot draw is up next.
I work hard and I have a family that needs me, so I have no time for pain. That's why I take fast-acting Cetamol Extra Strength. The time by Cetamol Extra Strength is...
Yeah, the time is 3 o'clock.
More. Everybody feel irate when they listen to irate. Everybody love irate.
Yeah, that was your 3 p.m. special pot draw. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Tune in later at 5 p.m. for another chance to win in top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cash pot draws. You know, say, I in an airport there, and I read the big controversy about how the Prime Minister gone and rear, you know. I mean, I say, what are them people, man? I mean, how that become a national talk point? You know, say the Prime Minister gone, them shouldn't go down there and all them things. I mean, really. Really. I mean, I see nothing wrong with the Prime Minister go down there. Whether him take the little NHT money or not. You understand? NHT money. You don't say. All right. The last time me there, you know, me did that talk about how. Well, first of all, me find out say you have to pay $200 for change check. And me ask the girl, the teller girls, I say, tell me something now. Suppose the check is $300. When I go take $200 for change the check, she say, why me not lodge it? All right. Now, me go lodge some money and she say, they going to charge me 2%. Over a certain portion is 2%. Me say, how that possible? Why they going to charge me for money for the team, charge me money for take it out? I mean, and when them a lend money to people and my money them a lend, them really not ease up the people them who are borrow the money. So my money I run the bank, yet still. Anyway, now me get an explanation why them do it. I mean, I want to accept the explanation, but then again, show my money they charge. I don't want to explain. You're the lady I say, no, why them charge? Because I have to go into these things, you know, that we can tell the people them. If you're going to put some money in the bank, especially US money, they're going to tell you now why them charge you 2% over $500. If you put $500 in there, them not charge you the 2%. But if you put $1,000 in there, them charge you upon the $500 extra, 2%. So if you put 2,000 there, them take out the 500 and charge you upon $1,500, 2%. All right. So the lady tell me, say, the reason for that is the American government are come down upon them. Because we have now, them say too much US dollar enter the banking system from Jamaica.
Virtually.
Yeah, they must say too much US dollar and them start to get skeptical. But why is it that so much US dollar enter the banking system from Jamaica? So me say, okay. She say no, and plus, plus it helps to devalue the Jamaican money. That is what she said. Yeah, well, that she tell me. I mean, I can't say nothing about it. She said it helps to devalue the Jamaican money. So, me take it. So, you me don't know. I say, all right, I'm going to just bank $500. But they don't charge me no money.
You don't get no charge.
Yeah, we don't charge. We don't just put
It makes sense.
And you know, them why you know, them why you don't trust me now, you know, because you see, if I like, oh, you go down there with enough money all over, like $3,000-4,000 US, you know, and for them don't charge you no money, you know. You have to go there. If you have $5,000, you go there 10 times, 10 days, you know, just to pay them the money.
Yeah.
And me up to that, you know.
Yeah.
Me up to that, you know why? Because if you, you know that me show you say him have the money. You see when I tell you say him have the money, you admit it, you know.
Only one time.
Concrete, say him admit say him go there 10 times. Bank $5,000 US because he want to put $500. Him no want to give them a zinc. Him no want to give them a zinc. Anyway. But anyway, that lady tell me, she said the American government are trying to figure out why is it that so much US that go through the banking system. Something are go on. You know, so them have to charge to stem the flow of US currency out of Jamaica. You know, see, it's a thing. I don't know the logic side, but that them say. Me not dispute what them say. All me know say, if me have $1,000 US, me go to 2 days.
2% of any US money enough.
Oh gosh, man, you want to tell me, hey, watch your man. It's terrible, you know. It's terrible, you know. Yeah, because you look like your bamboo, because you see $20 drought. I said, when me drought $20. Why would I go and bank go drought $20? I want me to say, what we get? This way I go out there, so. I'm going to know that them drought my money. And them don't ask me, you know. Them don't call me and say, I'm drawing out $20 out of your money because they put in certain portion of money in it, you see. But, I mean, that's money. It's money in name, man. After them set up them thing. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. We have Professor. Are you coming out of the place a while ago? I realize are you.
Brother Muta.
You know, so me never know, say, are you coming here a while ago?
I got to come and give you a hug.
You have to come and give you a hug. All right. Hold on, we can play this through that. Meanwhile, you hug me. Yes. As we tell you that, celebrating Marcus Garvey birthday. Last night, we celebrated Marcus Garvey birthday and the cutting edge, and we had a lecture by John Henry Clark talking about the legacy of Marcus Garvey. Very important thing. I was making the point that when we go to the teachers' college, the student them who is going to be the teachers them after the student them, and them invite people like me in there for talk about certain subject, and sometimes we talk about Marcus Garvey. I find say most of the things them where them go because them a teach about Marcus Garvey, it's the same old. Marcus Garvey was born in St. Anne, him formed the UNIA, and that is it. It's like, you know, his wife was Amy Jakes Garvey and thing, and most of these so-called people who's leaving the colleges them for go teach and I try intertwine Marcus Garvey. Them don't know nothing about Marcus Garvey. Nothing at all about Marcus Garvey. I mean, I say, why them don't? I mean, we have scholars now. We have black people who are right. And we are talking about like the late Henry Clark. You know, we have scholars like you who is not late yet. And we have Ben Buchanan, all heap of ones who actually is writing and who is telling the lion story. I don't know how them so wide and apart from the information them that is out there, which is more than what we see happening. The philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. We see Miguel Lan reproduce that philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey from Jamaica. You know, because we know it's Tony Martin was the publisher. Now we say Miguel republish it in Jamaica. Most bookstores don't carry that book. And a whole heap of the student them, we're not talking about students now who learning about Marcus Garvey. We're talking about the people them who supposed to be teaching about Marcus Garvey. Them don't know zing about Marcus Garvey. I mean, I say, how that possible?
That's a big part of the problem. The teachers need to be taught. So we have people teaching African culture, African history, Pan-Africanism, resistance. They talk about Marcus Garvey, and like you said, they give a skeleton. They know nothing about the substance.
Yeah.
They know nothing about the man's thought of Africa, his economic system that he put together, his spiritual system. He started a church, I guess we can call it a church, but an Ethiopian church system. He put everything in place we needed for a nation. It wasn't even about white people or liking them or not liking them. That wasn't even the issue. The issue was, what can Africans do for themselves? And how do we go about doing it? And then he put together a plan, an economic plan. He put together a political plan. And it wasn't just local. It wasn't even national. It was international, universal. It went even beyond the concept of Pan-Africanism, because wherever Africans were in the world, Garvey linked them up economically, culturally, and politically.
That is why the UNI was such a broad organization, that it influenced so much people. And
yes,
we have to give credence to Marcus Garvey. If you only the offshoots, like the black Muslims, the Elijah Muhammad, and
yes,
Malcolm X, all of these people, Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, you name it around the line,
And nations, when you look at a Liberia began to take on the character of a UNIA. It started out as one thing, as a neo-colonial plot from America, but then they attempted to create a real African nation. If you look at Ghana put the black star in the middle of his flag, not just as an image, but Kwame Nkrumah had Marcus Garvey as his blueprint.
Definitely.
In terms of building a nation state.
All right, so if you hear that voice over there, you're wondering if it's God or whatsoever over there, so, but the man have a deep voice, so your voice kind of get deep though. We're talking to one of the guest speakers who is here already. We have known him for many years, many years. We know him, and he's still here. And we're glad when we see elders like you still up on the battlefield and do the thing. It make me know, say, well, right now we can continue.
Of course.
It make me know so we can continue. And we see some fall by the way, and we see some pass on, but the struggle is always continue. Tell the people, who is Professor Small? Who are we speaking to at this moment?
Well, I'm a student of Dr. John Henry Clark. I'm a student of Dr. Ben. I'm a student of Edward Scobie. I'm a student of Leonard Jeffries. I'm a student of Malcolm X. When Malcolm X was assassinated, I'm the person that took over his mosque. I became the imam of Muslim Mosque Inc. at 21. That's the best kept secret in the world. And for 11 years, I did that mosque. But, I worked closely with Kwame Ture, Rap Brown. These are all my comrades through the 60s. Taught at City University for 20 years and administrated there for 18 years, making it a community university for African peoples in the middle of Harlem for a long time. Much of my life is spent between Africa and the United States. I spent for the last 40 years, spend at least 4 to 6 months a year in Africa when I can. Married to a very beautiful lady who was born in Aruba by the parents from Trinidad and St. Martin. For the last 47 years, she called me wanting to cry because she realized she didn't come with me today. So, but I know she's gonna miss Jamaica. But I'm here because I consider myself to be a soldier of the African Revolution. We are at war. We've been at war for some 3,000 years now with these people from Europe. They are unrelenting in pursuing us and our world and destroying our civilizations and trying their best to destroy the very essence of God in us. And I tend to push the discussion on African spirituality because I know from our ancestors' teaching that we are God having human experiences, that we are an expression of an aspect of the divine essence having this experience. That's what our culture is when we understand it.
Yeah. All right. So your discipline is what? You're doctor of some whatsoever. What is your discipline?
It used to be an AK-47, but I do have a 357. You know, and I had to move my 15. Things got so rough in America.
Wait. You was part of the Black Panther?
No, I was.
During the UA days?
I was liaison between the Black Panther Party and the OAAU. I was the liaison officer.
Okay.
But I worked very closely with Zaid Shakur, Lumumba Shakur, Tula Shakur. Asada's last days in America, I was one of her security. You know, she was transitioning.
Oh, that's right. Talk about the AK.
Yeah.
All right, but you know, in terms of...
But my background is, my doctorate is in divinity. I taught religion at City University for 18 years, theology. But my primary discipline in my master's is physical anthropology and African history.
Okay. That is very important, the anthropology. The anthropology part to me is very important, because that is how you're going to understand people in them culture, by them environment. And the environment shape you, you know. So, and you emphasize African spirituality, I'm going to assume that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what make you make the trans, I mean, I know you wasn't dealing with African spirituality all your life. Well, so what caused the transformation?
My grandmother. I was born Georgetown, South Carolina, one of those rice plantations down there on the river by the ocean. And my grandmother was a root woman. Down here you say an Obia woman, but she was a fully practiced. She was, you know, where I come from in the Gullah area, the Geechee area, every village have a root woman and a root man. Every village, even today. And so my grandmother was the root woman in our village, so that's whose house I grew up in. So my whole life was this tradition. Her father actually came from the continent, from what is now Rwanda, Uganda. He was one of the last enslaved persons sold into that area of Georgetown, him and his brother and his mom. So being one generation removed from the continent, when you have this lady raising you, you know, and a grandfather who was the Baptist minister of the church, but was also in the Moorish Science Temple and also in the Prince Hall Masons. So I'm also a Prince Hall Mason, and I'm also in the shrine, you know, with the craft that Dr. Ben brought. I'm actually wearing his necklace as the acting high priest of
that's Ben Buchanan you're talking about?
Yes, Dr. Ben Buchanan. So this is the emblem of the high priest, which I'm temporary until they can select somebody else. So I'm old in that regard. You know, I'm in my 70s now, so when you get up there, you get to do different things. But my background, you know, has just been since I was a teenager. I was in the movement. I don't even remember when it started. First March, probably.
So you never start out in like your parents them sending into church and these things. I mean,
we went to church, but we lived in the woods. We lived in an African village. We weren't city people. We grew up in Africa in South Carolina, and I didn't realize that until I'm in Africa and realized everything we did in that village they were doing in the villages there. And so Papa and them put race first. That was always where we stood. He did not let white people come in our yard, even for business. They had to do business across the gate. Our dog didn't like whites, and that's not being a negative statement in the, you know, profane way. That was the fact, because of the way Papa raised us to understand that we were at war and we didn't start the war. And all of my brothers and sisters was taught, so we are all involved in the movement all of our lives. And so the most beautiful thing about my life is to be at an imam at 21 and have your mama come and says, I'm going to be your cook because ain't nobody poisoning my baby. She didn't say, why you want to be a Muslim? She says, I'm going to be your cook. I'm going to take care of my child. And she put her gele on and her African dress on and walked with me. And to have my brothers do the same thing. And they were not interested in Islam as they was interested in fighting for black people. And so we participated in SNCC, and we participated in the Panther Party, and we participated in CORE, and we participated in OAU and other formulations. And that was just our life. I've been doing this since I'm 13, 14 years old. So it's the only life I know.
Okay, we're talking to Professor Small, one of the speakers that will be here Sunday. Giving a talk. We're going to ask him what I'm going to talk about. We're not going to ask him to talk the talk when I'm going to talk, but Very important.
You have a passion to become a doctor, nurse, or pharmacist? Join Texila American University Guyana, an international university with students from over 40 countries. Eligible students get 50% scholarships on tuition. For more information, reach us at www.tau.edu.gy or dial 666-6218. That's 466-6218. Or WhatsApp us at +592 665.
Yes, this is the Stepping Razor. We have Professor Small in the house, one of the speakers that will be here Sunday, speaking at the Marcus Garvey celebration. We talk about, we hear this African spirituality. People keep saying African spirituality. All right, given that Africa is not a country, but a continent with many different cultural experiences, you know, when you say African spirituality, what you mean when you say African spirituality?
Okay. It's just, Africa just stopped being a country when white people came there. We didn't have boundaries before them. And so there is one cultural point of view that is fundamentally African. And even though we live in different ecologies and we must use different things out of the ecology to express that point of view, it is one Africa. And let me explain. African culture is the marriage between the human being, the African human being, nature and the cosmology, and their laws as discerned by our ancestry. Their study of cosmology, their study of ecology, and the relationship between the human being and that ecology and that cosmology, the harmony that comes about from an understanding of the laws that cause all those three to work, that's African culture. Now, it's expressed differently in the desert than the rainforest or the savanna and the river valley because the ecology is different and the tools you must use to represent the ideas, concepts, and principles may be different. But the ideas, concepts, and principles that you're trying to represent is the same. And I can take one model, like I'm a priest in the Yoruba tradition. I'm a priest of Oya. And I live and train in what you call the House of Shango, Ogun, and Babaluaye. That's the philosophical, those are four philosophical African schools of thought as designed in Yoruba expression of African culture. So if I took Shango, which is represented by the symbol of the lightning bolt, and symbolically as a king, and a king represents courage and power. And so Shango is a group of attributes within the consciousness of any human being's possibility to be developed. And at the root of that group of attributes is courage. So when one thinks of Shango, you think of the courage within one human being to change themselves for the better.
Better, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then Shango must do what? The change for the better as a desire must marry Oya. Oya, the wind. Change in process. So Oya represents the wind, which represents change in process. So the desire for change must marry change. So in the anthropomorphic metaphor, you hear a story about a man named Shango marrying a woman named Oya. And then the woman named Oya then practiced polyandry because she marries a man named Ogun. Ogun is the god of iron, the god of war, but those are metaphoric symbols. What does it mean? Ogun means transformation. You take a piece of rock, you put heat to it, you burn out the impurities, and you create iron or steel. And so that is a process of transformation. So the desire for change, which is Shango, must marry intellectually and spiritually change in process in the human mind, which is Oya, which then must practice the need for change in order to get Ogun as a marriage partner, which is transformation. The desire for change, Shango, the change in process, Oya, transformation, Ogun. So people refer to them as Orishas or gods, but they are functions within the human
experience.
personality. That's
human
right.
experience. And we can say the breaking down of the barriers with the same philosophical idea as far away as in Kemet.
Yes.
The same idea, different symbols.
Yes.
But it's the same idea.
The same ideas.
A lot of people, when they say the Egyptian or the motifs or the Kemetic motifs, and they say a ark head and a human body, they tend to want to denigrate it as something like devil this and devil that, not knowing, say, they're talking about it represents attributes of the human experience.
Right. In the same way in the Christian tradition, you would take a baby and put wings on it. Babies don't have wings, and you call it an angel. But you don't call it a freak because you use the concept of the wings to represent the ability to soar into the heights of divinity. And that's what the hawk represents in ancient Egypt.
Kemetic,
because the bird, it would fly so high, it looked like it disappeared into the sun. And so it was used then as the symbol of the human spirit ascending into the divinity.
And we see something like that in Genesis 49, when Israel is gathering his children and he's going to tell them what shall befall them in the latter days. And then give each of them a characteristic in the future, saying this is what represents this tribe.
Right.
And it said Judah, this Israel, Zebulun, him go right on and call it 12. We see that same thing, what you're talking about, in the west of Africa, in the east of Africa, in the north of Africa, in Central Africa, that we develop mythological figures.
Let me show you one, Muta. I just left Ghana a few days ago, and I was there doing the celebration of Homowa, which is still going on. Homowa is a celebration that the Ga Adangbe people of the Accra area have every year. At the beginning of the Homowa celebration, you must quiet the drums. There can be no noise, no loud talking, no loud celebration, no drum playing for a month. But the other thing that happens at the beginning, they go to this clay pit where there's this blood red clay, and they bring it home and they paint the red clay over the doorway of each home to protect that home from the evil spirit that's flying over. Now, does that sound like the Passover in Israel? Okay.
Definitely. It sounds like the Passover when them say, when you paint that blood on the door of the Israelites, the destroyer will pass.
That's right. And they go on, there's more to the ceremony that resembles. And what they say is that we are those people. When the Greeks came and the Hittites came and the whites came and they pushed us out, we went to Sudan, we went to Uganda, we went to Rwanda, we also went to Nigeria, we went to Ghana, we went to Togo, we went to Benin, and guess what? Slavery happened, and we went to Jamaica, and we went to America, and we went to Brazil. And that same culture in the mind of the same peoples makes the African culture universal. And see, that's what Gabi was trying to speak to. He understood it. He understood it doesn't matter what language we are speaking now. It doesn't matter who put the chains on our legs. There is something buried in our subconscious that can be resurrected with knowledge of history that will restore our integrity as one people. And that is the spiritual culture.
Yeah, we're talking to Professor Small, as we say, one of the speakers that will be giving him talk Sunday. We hope that everyone who's listening to me now will be here. I don't know how the place going all, but it's very important. I want to switch tracks a little and bring up to the present in America now. We see a situation happening in America politically. We see Trump, Obama, and Hillary Clinton. Three things happening there now.
Tweedledee, tweedledum, and something else.
By the way, I see a joke the other day about Trump, where Trump watching the Olympic, watching the Mexican them do the pole vault. And them say, the reason why I'm watching the Americans doing the pole vault is because they want to know how tall to build the wall. The Mexican wall. But the perspective in America now, I see China get third worldish. Really and truly, when I look at where I go in America, it come like kind of like a third world country, you know. Your view, Hillary, Trump, Obama.
Let me go straight to the jugular. What you're seeing in America is a war, an economic war between the Zionist world banking machinery and the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Germanic world banking machinery. The white Anglo-Saxon Protestant German world machinery backs Trump. The Zionist Rothschild house backs Hillary.
Yeah.
They were backing Obama, but Obama, even though, you know, he was put in a catch-22 because one man can't go up against a whole system, he did not manifest what they want. So now they bring in one of their own children in the house to make sure. If you saw how that thing called the Arab Spring played out under Hillary's leadership in Tel Aviv, they did to the Arab world in 5 years what no European army has been able to do in 100 years. They destroyed them by having them destroy themselves. Okay? They couldn't get away with it in Syria because Russia said, you will not trick me again like you did in Libya to kill a man that didn't deserve to be murdered, you see. And so what you have now is, let me back up a little bit. The white community, I don't want to say race, the white community worldwide is at minus birth rate, not zero. Minus birth rate, meaning more natural death is happening in that community than natural birth. So they have artificial ways of creating birth, which is keeping pace. But they have a problem. They're only 1/9 of the world's population. How do you continue to rule the world with Africa and Asia rising up the way they're rising if you're only 1/9 of the world's population, right? And you're already at minus birth rate. You need to create a technical dynamic that has the propensity to do genocide unabated. They've been doing it hit and miss. But now you got to fight for who's going to lead that charge that's going to guarantee whites can pretend they're supreme for the next 100 years. And that's the war you see in America. The Zionists say we are better at managing this machine, and we can prove it historically because we managed slavery for you, and look how well we did with that one.
And the white supremacists under Trump is saying...
So the Germans saying, no, we need to manage our own business because you haven't managed it well enough.
Yes.
Okay? And that's the war you're seeing. And the black folks, we just caught in the middle of that shit. We don't even know what's going on, most of us.
Well, I realized that. You know, watching the TV, I realized that the black people don't even know.
Don't have a clue.
Don't understand.
Don't have a clue. You know? And all that police killing you're seeing in America right now, that's a part of trying to set up a scenario to bring military suppression into our neighborhoods. And so there was a vote in America the other day. For the first time, they're partnering now with the United Nations police force. And you see what they did with Haiti with the UN troops. If they brought in UN troops to occupy the black communities in America, they feel they wouldn't get the same world response if they brought in the American military to occupy the black community in America. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. And we see the continuous effort of maintaining that genocidal political idea by saying that they are going to get rid of tyrants.
Yes.
And in trying to get rid of tyrants, they develop what we call refugee problems and, ISIL bombings and all these things.
They've destabilized an entire world. And no one can tell you who ISIL is. I say it was born in Tel Aviv and Washington, D.C. It was given birth to in Langley, Virginia, and placed in the Middle East. You and I have been around long enough, Muta, to know we could start a situation and disappear. The situation will carry itself on, thinking it's real.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, this is the Stepping Razor, the art of war. We're there with you. Singing Burning Spear song, Christopher Columbus. You know, say, operator, we'll take some call, you know, because maybe someone out there want to talk to Mr. Small or so. And we want you keep it in line with what we are dealing with, you know. I'm telling you from now. We don't want nobody call with no different reason from where we are here. So we are talking about, you listen to the reason already, so you know exactly where we are dealing with on the program with the Professor Small or so. All right. So meanwhile, we really wait for a call or so. All right. Yeah, we are talking about the modern day dilemma where America go through, you know.
Well, yeah, let's revisit that. But can I say just a blessing hello to a family that loves you?
Okay.
And it's the Palmer family from Toronto, and they just got through spending a week with me in Ghana and Egypt, ancient Kemet. It's Norman, it's Simone, it's Leah, and it's little Maya. And so they're listening to you right now up in Toronto. So I just want them to know that I'm giving the greeting and telling Maya, I love you. Maya is this tiny little girl, gets on the stage in Ghana, get in an Azuntu contest, and wins. You know?
How old she is?
Maya must be about 8, 9.
Okay,
8, 9.
okay.
Fantastic young spirit. And just had her first trip to Africa and enjoyed every day. She was the spirit of the trip.
Okay.
And, you know, we call them the Toronto family. So, Toronto family, I'm with Muta. I've taken a photograph for you. We're going to send that photograph. I gave him a big hug, just like you said to give him. And he's laughing very much. So very happy.
All right. So I remember that you also have trips that go to Africa.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still do it.
Yes, still do it. Still doing it.
Where you go? Where you go?
This past summer we went to Ghana and to Egypt. Next summer we're going to go to Ethiopia and Ghana.
Okay.
And then in March we'll be going to Ghana for the Independence Day and for the Ghana Film Festival, the 1st of March to the 12th of March.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that you still have that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know. All right, yes.
So, but let's come back to America. You know, there's a scenario going on there. There's a lot of killings going on and has been going on. But this technology allow us to expose it more.
Yes, definitely.
But what they have not been saying is that the response from our community have been deadly on their community.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about what happened in Dallas and what happened in Baton Rouge, but in between Dallas and Baton Rouge, there were 5 more shooting response from our community.
Yeah.
And since then, there have been more shooting response, meaning our community shooting back and taking lives. And they won't put it in the media. But they have been pleading for peace and let's sit down and let's talk. We know we can't outgun them. They're better armed than we are. But the war in America has been an enormous war, and part of it has been economic, and I think we found the weapon. You know, if you look, Macy's is going to close 100 stores this year. That's because black people have decided not to shop with them. Target's is closing store because we decided not to shop with them. And as we begin to look and see, we don't even see how effective our economic boycott has been in the last year. It has been enormously effective, and they're not going to say it because they've felt it. And so it's a major weapon on our part to try and address the behavior of our paramilitary police towards our communities.
I wonder when black people go and make McDonald's lock down in America, because that is one of the weapons of mass destruction.
It is, and that's one of the ones we've been trying to shut down, and many of them are going to close.
Definitely.
We need to do the assessment of what damage have we caused them from the time we left the Million Man March a year ago to now. And it has been economically enormous, but it's being kept on the down low.
Yeah, I recognize I take note of the Macy's and the 100 stores that they plan to close down. I can hear this. Yes, blessed.
Muta.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, man. Professor?
Yes, sir. Peace and blessings.
Enjoy listening to you, man. You know? Enjoy. I'm hoping to be down there at the big Garvey thing.
You're not going to be here. You're not going to be here.
I'm hoping to be there. I plan to be there.
Okay, all right.
You know, yeah, man. Come listen. With when you talk about Shango, etc., right? Is it the same as, the symbolism, the metaphors, same as with the totem poles and stuff like totem, the Native Americans and stuff like that?
Yes, I mean, you use symbols and you use folklore and you use metaphor to convey ideas, concepts, and principles that allow you to structure your relationship with one another and with the rest of nature. That's what this is about. And so each of those totems, each of those, like here you got an Anansi totem about this spider that has this wisdom. We know spiders don't talk to human beings straight up, but we know that Anansi is a metaphor for wisdom as a body of knowledge when appropriately applied will solve your problems. And so Anansi becomes the conveyor of that concept,
Yeah.
We use animals to deal with a human characteristic.
Yeah, it's called anthropomorphism.
Anthropomorphism,
yeah.
And it works. It works all the time.
It worked for the Greeks.
Yes.
Because it's
Well,
the same thing.
the Greeks copied it from us. I'm not going to give the Greek anything they don't deserve. They walked up into Africa. They saw us
But
doing
I'm saying
something.
it's the same thing,
Yes.
like with what's the name of that girl again? The one that goes down for 6 months to Hades and come back up for the summer. Just to explain the systems. But she ate the pomegranate seed.
Oh, that's a Greek mythology.
Like that.
I try my best to forget as much Greek mythology as possible, so it doesn't clutter my mind.
Christopher, it's the same thing, man. With the Anansi story all that well, that we got it in Jamaica because it came over on the slave ships.
But remember, Anansi is wisdom. Anansi becomes the vehicle that carries the wisdom of a whole society. And we look at that vehicle. What is the vehicle carrying? It's carrying all of those ideas that you held sacred before slavery. And it allows you to reach into the Anansi hat and pull up yesterday to inform and instruct you so you get rid of some of the confusion of today.
And it's just that no, because of the religious people, the Caucasian religion, now they try to put it like it's just stories and we forget what we learn, what we're supposed to be learning from it.
Let me tell you the sadness, and I'm going to talk about it on Sunday a little bit. The thing we call Christianity had its birth in Africa. It's an African thing that turned white and came back on us. And when we understand the history of the 10 oldest churches in the world, 3 of them are in Sudan and Ethiopia. And we were practicing Christianity before Catholicism even came into being by almost 15 centuries. And so Protestantism that we practice the most of wouldn't come into being for another 5 centuries. So Africans were practicing this tradition. They didn't call it Christianity. They were practicing a condition that talked about the redemption of the human spirit. And the symbol of that human spirit being redeemed was the character that we now call Jesus the Christ. And you can find that same character in ancient Ethiopia. You can find it in ancient Egypt. You can find it in ancient Sudan. They had the story of this redemptive character where God manifests itself as human, as a metaphor to tell all human beings that you are an expression of an aspect of the divine essence having your peculiar experiences.
But now in the Yoruba tradition, Olodumare, I don't know if I pronounce it right, Olodumare is such character. Is that such character?
Yes.
Olodumare. Yeah.
Olodumare is in all of the African systems, they refer to what we call God as the every and all things at once. The every and all things at once, the totality of creation. And
universal.
And we are just expressions of aspect of that essence, having the peculiar experience. Yet each experience contained the total of the possibility of divinity. See? And so African theology is Christianity is nothing but a watered down version of African theology.
Yes.
To suit certain race and certain set of people.
Yes, well, they could only take what their intellect had the capacity to absorb, and so that's what we ended up getting.
All right.
Yes, Bridget.
I'll let somebody else.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay, so we're talking here about different aspects of African spirituality and how we can connect. You know, I was reading some poems this week from a dearly beloved sister of mine, and what she does is very, very intriguing. She connects Kemetic with the Western in Ghana and the Akan thing, and fuse it to show that these so-called gods is just different symbols, but it's the same. The attributes.
It's the same sets of
because
attributes.
Same human being, and it's all about the human being.
If you go into ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, you have the 12 beloved creations of God.
God, yeah.
Those 12 creations, you're talking about Asar, Aset, you're talking about Nephthys, you're talking about Heru, and you get to the 12. If you look up the meaning of their names, then get the 12 disciples of Christ and juxtapose the meanings of their name, it's the same set of qualities.
Of course.
Then you put the 12 tribes of Israel and the same set of qualities.
That's why I was mentioning Psalm Genesis 49.
That's right.
There's the same set of qualities.
Right. So what you have is people using metaphor, allegory, and anthropomorphism to symbolize concepts and ideas they're trying to imbue in the human character to make them more godlike in behavior.
Supreme, yes. Okay, yes,
Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
Yes. All right. So, in essence of what you guys talking about, with spirituality and connection and everything, you guys ever came across the 100-face experiment?
The 100-face experiment?
Yeah.
No, sir, I haven't.
What is that?
Yeah. So basically, it was an experiment where they it was basically a puzzle, and they show it to a certain test group, and when they show it to the people, maybe they could only find like maybe 7 to 10 faces, and then they take it to another part of the world, like Africa, and show it to another test group, and they found like 20 or 30 faces, and they come back to the original, and they found as much faces. So that was kind of used as a way to prove like our connectedness, because for some reason, you know, when you show it to another group, they automatically get it.
So who is doing that test? Who's dealing?
You know, I saw it on this program, Brain Games, and I think it was Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Well, let me take you to a level and let you see something. If Muta would give me just a minute to talk about African theology,
yeah, man,
and
of course,
I'll use the Yoruba, because that's where I'm steep in my learning. They have a concept in Yoruba called Awo, A-W-O, Awo. It means we go and we come. And it is the explanation of the African notion of reincarnation. All African communities express a form of reincarnation as a part of their explanation for life and spirituality. And in the Yoruba system, they say you're born into a family. A family is called an Ebi. So the Ebi that you originally came to earth in, when life first came, is the one you continually come back in. So what the African says is that we are our ancestors. The ancestors is not there. Through our DNA, we collectively carry billions of years of experiences that's embedded in us. That is our ancestors. But we don't remember this. So the Africans develop a theology, and the Yoruba Awo, it says you must be born 7 times. You get 7 times to be born to perfect yourself. So you go back and become one with the divine again. And in each of those 7 comings, you have 8 steps of quality attributes development that you must go through to be perfected.
Yes.
And if you get perfected, you become what we call an Orisha, or an angel in the Christian system.
I'm going to give you a similar thing in the Kemetic tradition where you have the Mahat with the scale, and you put whatsoever in one side of the scale and the feather, and if it tilt, you have to go over and start again.
Same system.
It's the same thing.
System.
Considering that is way over that side, and what you're talking is way over this side.
Right.
You can say that there are similarities that is drawn from the one people.
And so what Africa tends to say is that we are, each of us, we are the best of the genes of our ancestors. We are the latest version and the highest tech model until we create our children who become the best of our genes, the latest version and the highest tech model. And in our genes is the best of our grandparents, and in theirs was the best of our great parents, and in theirs was the best of the great parents, and all that culminates in the last one in our line.
But that kind of is kind of obvious in when you bring up a child, because you try to bring up your child the way how you were brought up and try to improve that. So in essence, your child is supposed to be better than you in everything that you do.
That's what the system speaks to, because each one of us, we're not a descendant of our parents. We are a deposit of our parents. When they gave birth to us, they gave birth to themselves.
You know, Rastafari have a way that people might see as semantics. We're talking about birthday and earth day. The Rastaman say, when your mother, when a child is coming, your mother is giving birth.
That's mommy's birthday.
It is her birthday.
And
when you come out of the womb, you are in the earth. So now it's your earth day. Now people look at it and kind of say, what kind of foolish is that? But them don't understand, you know, the esoteric nature of their understanding, where your mother is giving birth, is her birthday.
Yes.
You are coming into the earth, is your earth day. You know, that's simple thing.
But when you think of it deeply, scientifically, because in Africa, there's no contradiction between theocracy and science.
Yes.
You see, it's all in one package.
Yeah, it's intertwined.
And you have to be able to, that's why our music is so complex to other people, because the music express our notion of reality, because spirituality is, at the end of the day, your comprehension of your reality. You see?
So let me ask another question, because Muta, you're always faced with this as well. I mean, we all hear it. Whereas you know, you try to talk to a few people about their African heritage, and they're gonna say they're not African because they were never born there. But it's back to, you know, like the 100th face and how you guys explain that. You know, we're almost like an image of our former selves.
Yeah.
So when we do certain dances, and majority of these, you know, people go to dance hall and the dance that they create, if you look back, you know, to the African society,
genetic memory,
they're doing the same type of dances.
Genetic memory, man. That genetic memory, that is it's not necessarily you remember it, but
it's in your DNA.
Yes.
Just remember, my brother, what Malcolm X said. A cat having kittens in an oven don't become biscuits.
Yes.
An African being born in America doesn't change nothing, because Africa is not as much a place as it is a race and a culture and a spiritual system. It's all of those things. It's a place, it's a race, it's a culture, it's a spiritual system.
Yeah, well, I always say if a cow born in a pig pen, he's still a cow.
He's still a cow.
Right, you don't make him a pig because
even if it lays in the mud to cool itself off, it's still a cow.
Yes.
So let me ask one more question. I don't know if it's just a thing, or I noticed, like, I mean, with the as you guys said, the Europeans are the evil people. They're trying to do their thing in such an expedited fashion. Do you think as a result it's the same way, like more people are becoming more spiritually aware, or is that just
No, I'm not gonna let that sounds good, but let me come back. One can only, if you have, human beings are like containers, and you have the capacity to contain a certain amount of the essence that is available for human consumption. Unfortunately, when you don't have melanin as a primary base of your being, your capacity to contain things spiritual, meaning certain forms of energy, is not there. And so you can have religion But don't confuse religion and spirituality. They're not the same things. Religion, at best, can be a tool of spirituality, but religion by itself is nothing but a repetition of practices that, in some sense, help to mold behavior, but does not make you a part of the rhythm function of the universe. You see?
Well, why I ask is that
I didn't finish that. What I'm saying is that Europeans don't have the capacity to contain what it takes to have what we call African spirituality. They lack the genetic capacity.
Right, but what I'm saying though is like you look at the American run for presidency right now, the madness that's going on. Like for me, for example, just a few years ago, all of a sudden, it just clicked in my head that I wanted to see some of Mutabaruka's old, shows and stuff like that. And then, it just continue and, right now I'm a bit of a different person. And Muta, thanks to the brethren you spoke to, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Romain, I started catching up on all the stuff because I live in the United States. I'm in Jamaica right now, though. But it's just like this recurring thing and more of this spiritual thing, so.
Yeah, man, give thanks, brethren, give thanks. All right? So
yeah, man, all right.
We're going to move now, yes. Yeah, this is the Stepping Razor, the Art of War. We have Professor James Small in the house. He will be talking on Sunday. I don't know, you can't tell the time when, Tony, you can't tell the time when he will talk. Because we have other speakers also that is coming, which I'm looking forward to hear. Last week we had Umar Johnson. Yeah, we spoke to him. I think he was in South Africa or somewhere.
Yes, he's been moving around.
Yeah, very moving.
He's on the move.
Yeah, so we spoke to him last week. This week, we're speaking to you. What time? 2:30. Let's say you're going to speak at 2:30. I know it don't make a difference to you, but...
No, but that's any time is a good time.
We know that. So, all right. We want to leave some for the people Sunday. We don't want you to speak
Absolutely.
out. I mean, I know that you can talk and still don't say what you want to say on Sunday. But it's very important that they are aware that you are here and they listen to you now and understand where you're coming from and what your intention is when you speak on Sunday.
Well, one thing I just want to, so people can see it's not a separation. You cannot, spirituality is your understanding, your comprehension, and your direct involvement in your reality. And so when you say I'm into spirituality, you have to understand that has a relationship to economic, politics, and culture, which has a relationship to your ability to provide food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for yourself and your family, which then leads to your ability to build a nation state that can take care of you as a people. And if we are caught in a situation in Jamaica, be it Jamaica, Nigeria, Ghana, or Kenya, where we are not able to provide the food, clothing, shelter, safety for our people, and we are not able to control our economic, politics, and culture, it may be because our spirituality is inconsistent with our reality.
I agree with that. And now we are no matter where we are now, we are between a white supremacist and a Zionist.
Hello.
Heading to be the superpower again of the world here. So anyway, we give thanks.
Thank you, my brother.
We give thanks, and
it's good to see you. And Palmer family, I'm with Muta, and I know y'all in Toronto with the whole group listening. So love you, Maya.
Yeah, give thanks. Professor James Small. Oh, by the way, we never ever mentioned the hotel that you have in Ghana.
Yes, we have a hotel in Ghana.
Is Jeffers?
Dr. Jeffries is our vice president, and it's actually 70 of us. It's a Pan-African venture.
Okay.
We just we couldn't get no bank loans or anything, so 70 black men and women put their money in a hat, came up with $1 million, and we bought a 30-room villa 10 years ago in Cape Coast, Ghana. It's called the Sanaa Lodge, SANAA Lodge. So you can go to sanaalodge.com. It's a beautiful place. is the Pan-African phenomena. We also have a credit union there, a Pan-African credit union. The banks wouldn't help us, so we opened our own credit union, and it's coming. And it's a group of brothers and sisters from Jamaica and from North America and Ghana. We just got together with our small businesses and did this, because again, you must tie your spirituality with your reality,
with your economic power,
economic politics,
Marcus
and culture.
Garvey understood that.
That was Marcus Garvey. That's right. Economic politics and culture.
Give thanks. Give thanks. Yes, Stepping Razor, the art of war.
Unplanned or made.
Yeah, this is the Stepping Razor, the art of war. You know, we had a Porsche competition that we actually say it was part of the Marcus Garvey celebration, and we have two winners actually, you know, but here we know. The reason for that, you know, is that some people are trying to get smarter than us. Right, some big, after we say between 1 and 15, some big people are write the poem and I put some little people name and thing on it, and after we don't investigate the poem, I realize about wait, them kind of age people, they can't write them kind of poem there. Because we write poem, I would know we're capable. And after we have seen through, we have said, no, this not right. Especially one. I pay a big word in the poem, and the poem I construct itself certain way that we have say, okay, this is a 9-year-old girl and this is a 15-year-old girl, and when we have to check it out. So we have to disqualify enough things. So we don't have a third place winner. But we have two winners. The first prize we tell you says $10,000, and the second prize is $5,000, which Tony does tell me that she will provide it because she don't have to pay rent for the next 5 months. Round way. So we have on the line here Gideon Thompson. Okay, this is the name of the writer. The name of the writer. The name of the writer here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Gideon Thompson.
Yes, sir.
You go to Arden High School.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me now, when you hear about it, you started to go about writing a poem immediately, or you wait a little while, or you go about it?
It took a little while. My parents did encourage me to write it.
And you write it in a Jamaican patois dialect, right?
Yeah.
Why you do that?
Because I always talk in a patois, and most of my poems them in a patois.
Oh, so you write poems all the while?
Yeah.
So you recite them somewhere? Which part you recite them? Tell me. Or you just recite them to your friend them?
Sometimes I just write them because I'm primary school. Them used to have this award ceremony, and sometimes they will call me for perform.
Okay, all right. So you know, say, are you win the prize, the first prize?
Yeah.
Who tell you? Them to tell you already before you come up on the year?
Yeah, my parents did tell me because them they call
them. All right, so you're going to come down here on Sunday?
I'm not too sure yet, but hopefully.
Well, here we had arranged and planned that the first prize and the second prize and the third prize winner would not only get a chance to perform the poem, but also receive the $10,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it is feasible to make a trip here if you get $10,000. You prefer to stay, and then in a later time we see how we can get the $10,000 to you.
Alright.
But we actually wanted you to read the poem still.
Alright.
You going to read the poem now?
You want me to read it now?
Yeah, man, I want you to read it now. You know, so I like how you talk already, believe you be. Yeah, I want you to read it now. You have a copy of it?
You want to read it now?
You have a copy of the poem in front of you?
No, I kind of know it out of my head.
You're serious? All right, go on. I long poem, you know. All right, go on, let me hear it then. Let me say you answer the right thing.
If we did have follow Marcus Garvey today, the whole of the world would have never gone astray. Born in St. Anna in August 1887, Marcus Mazara was the youngest of 11. They never want him to play with the white girls, same knowledge and education surpass the white world. To tackle racism, that was his plan. to bring back a country to its roots and redemption. At the age of 14, he found work in a print shop. The Watchman he published for his writing never stopped. He organized the UNIA, One God, One Aim, One Destiny. That was his words to say. He started the Black Star Line Shipping Company so blacks could reunite with their black nationality. His first wife was Amy Ashwood and they separated in 1921. And then came along his second wife, Amy Jakes, who was a forward-thinking woman. Ashwood was a Pan-Africanist where she spent 3 years in Liberia and helped to form the International African Members of Abyssinia. Jakes was an excellent speaker and spoke so well that many audiences were influenced by her. She edited and published the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey so blacks could reunite with their black nationality. She edited and published the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey so they could get a better understanding of him and his ideology. He died in 1940 and is a world-renowned philosopher. That's why he is the first national hero of Jamaica.
Beautiful, brethren. Believe you me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you know me, I follow every word where I say on the paper. Yeah. To the day I look to see if you make any error to it. To the slug I look at and say, all right, we can say people can say a lie. We can say, all right. So that's wonderful, man. That's wonderful. So, yes, you win $10,000. And I know that's supposed to be nice now because school's so open.
Yeah.
Yes. So, as I said before, it would be nice if you could come to IRFM on Sunday. But if
I would like to come in.
Yeah, but if you cannot come, it's still me. You're still going to get the $10,000. But would I love to hear you say it pan live in front of several thousand people. That's all right?
Yeah.
All right. Give thanks, yeah? Tell your mother hi and tell your mother say, me like how she help you with it because you never have them facts by yourself. As she help.
No, I mean you want to do it.
No, me never say no you want to do it. But say the information. She must have you must have a background, man. Give your mother the good kiddos, man. You don't have a background. I know you want to do it. You shall laugh at the background.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm a Rasta too, you know.
You're a Rasta too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is nice. That is. Who that is at the background? Your father?
My father.
Yeah, man, your father. Your father Rasta too?
Yeah.
All right. So you see, you have good stock of go on the fear, man. All right. And I have no doubt that is you write it with the help of your parents. I have no doubt. All right. Give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, give thanks.
Yes. Yeah, man. You say, me a Rasta too, you know. I love web talk. Believe you, I love web talk. 13-year-old. All right. What's the second one there? Eh? After music news, all right. The lady said after music news, we get the second person in the lineup. So a music time now, music news time or advertisement time? Where'd go? Tell me, music news time or music time? Tell me. Music. Where Neil there? Neil got a bathroom. Okay. All right. Go on, Neil. Click it.
Yo, Bartoff, give me a red stripe. Brother. Never know you drink red stripe. What you mean? Man a real king. Yes, king. But you make the bartender take your crown, though. What you mean? When you buy your own. I'm Courtney Mack. Mutabaruka. Step in.
Who that? Who that?
You're putting up resistance. But Muta gonna work it out, yes. You're putting up resistance. Muta gonna work that out.
We like free car, brand new. Like them tell the Jamaica mash up. You know it all. I always said to myself too. Them say the world so end, and you see all these things happening in the earth, and people say the world so end. You know, I remember a couple years ago, a Jamaican man too, they didn't involve in life. Them and say the world is going to end, and the people they must sell all them things, them and this and that, and we still there. Okay, so we're on the poetry competition. The poetry competition that we say, we're saying that Marcus Garvey poetry competition in part of the celebration to Marcus Garvey Earth Day. We have our next winner here. Shaw, she name? Brittany Shaw? Okay, here goes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You are Miss Shaw? Britannic
Yes,
Shaw?
I am.
Britannic Shaw. Which school you go?
Pardon?
Which school you attend?
I'll be attending Immaculate Conception High in September.
Come again. Talk away from the phone.
I'll be attending Immaculate Conception High in September.
Oh, you're going to? Yes. All right. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. How much pass you have?
Pardon?
How much pass you have?
How much?
Eh? You never take?
I'm not hearing you.
You never take GSAT?
Yes, I took GSAT.
Yes, I'm asking you how much passes you got.
Yeah, I got 100 in math, 98 in social studies, 95 in science, and 93 in language arts, and 12 in computer.
Yeah, you're going to turn teacher. You're going to be a teacher up there, man. All right, so you wrote this poem, Marcus Garvey and his 2 wives?
Yes.
That's what the poem name?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to recite it for you.
Okay.
You have it in front of you there?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Jamaica's national hero, the first, and on August 7, 1887, he was birthed. He was born in the parish of St. Anne and grew to be a well-known businessman. In 1914, the UNIA was founded. For the rights of the black, he always expounded. Up, up, you mighty race, he always shouted. For the freedom of the black people, Marcus never doubted. In late 1900s, the Pan-African movement started, a group in which black people never departed. Marcus always speaks about the African's almighty one, and with confidence we have already won. Him said 10,000 careless Ethiopians shall go down with Babylon, but we know the Garvey'ites won't be wrong as we'll sing a new song. The wicked won't even understand. In 1919, Amy Ashford became his bride, as she planned to work relentlessly by his side. In 1922, he married beautiful Amy Jake, as his mind told him another one he should take. Marcus Garvey had a printer to educate blacks about their elevation, as it was critical in that era and situation. He also built the Black Star Liner for goods exportation, and as it was for the black expectation. Then came imprisonment from the white supremacist gens. When they thought Marcus Garvey movement was dying, there comes Amy Ashford still trying. The movement in England and Africa had a Marcus deportation. As we continue our black tradition, they say on 10th of June 1940 he departs, but we know he reigns forever in everyone's heart.
Okay. So, who help you now? Your mother or your father? Explain to me. Which one help
My
you?
father and my brother.
Your father and your brother help you? All right. I can see I see 2 lines inside there where I know say it's somebody push it in there for you. Somebody push it in there for you. All right. Where you get this thing about him say 10,000 careless Ethiopia shall go down with Babylon? Where you get that?
It was my father helped me with that.
Your father tell you that?
Yes.
Tell your father didn't hear you?
No, he's at work right now.
When your father come tell him, say Muta said no go so. Because Garvey never talk about the 10,000 Ethiopians shall go down with Babylon. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you know you win $5,000.
Yes, I know.
I can ask you a question now. You going to come down here Sunday for the celebration or you can't come?
What time is it?
The celebration starts 6 in the morning till 11, 12 in the night.
Yes, I will be there.
All right. So you know you're going to read the poem on the stage and then you're going to get your $5,000 on the stage, right?
Okay.
All right. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. All right?
Yes, I am too. Thank you.
All right. Britannia Shaw. She's
May
going to you.
I big up some people?
Yeah, man. What do you mean? Big them up, yes?
Okay, I want to big up my brother Danny who helped me and my father Raymond and my mother Anita and my grandmother Linda and all my family and friends.
All right. Give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, yes, that was the second place winner. We do have no third place winner because some people are trying to push some things where we now work with, all right? So this first and second place, we might just end up and get Tony the $3,000. Because she can't pay her rent. No, she can't pay her rent for the next 3 months.
$3,000 can be paid.
No, that is what you tell people. That is what you tell people. $3,000 for your rent a month. Okay, all right. So,
Board house.
nothing wrong with board house. Wait. No, seriously, no. Me can't. I want to pass me. Look here. We're wrong with board house. No, wait. We're wrong with board house. No, we're wrong with board house.
What kind of house me could have lived in for 3,000?
Most of my house are board. Most of my house for me own a board house. A board make it. And some young people think about board. Watch out. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. No, let me tell you something. This is not joke business. You ever hear about Malibu? You ever hear about Malibu in California? Mm-hmm. All right. Malibu is where all the, not all, but it's mostly rich people, movie stars and sports people live in a Malibu. And let me tell you something. Most of the house them there is wood make them. Board make them. Eh?
Another type of board is shelter.
No, but board a board, what do you mean? Board a board. It's only look on board, you see? You see, I can tell you something about Jamaican people. Yeah, I can tell you about Jamaican people. Jamaican people feel say, if them live in a board house and them going to make concrete house, them move up. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. Me have a house down at Treasure Beach and a board make it. And it's like a landmark in a Jamaica. You see it?
Yes, but they couldn't pay $3,000 a month for it.
No, what me I say, it's board house. It's only look on board. Board is a anyway, I have a child on thinking gone. On thinking God. The most unique houses we me see when me I travel, the one that must strike my eye is the board house them. How they make them, the design of them, and board house breed. Concrete house not breed. Concrete house don't breed, board house breed. It's we in a Jamaica feel say board house means say you're suffering and you're poor people. And when you're in a concrete house, that's why all of Jamaican people concrete up themselves. I see some concrete house that me I say, when the window there. Them places are a torment. We could have never lived in a house like that. Never. Me I tell you. We could have never lived in a concrete house. We just have this concrete. When we turn around, 2 left, 2 right, 2, I just pure concrete. Only don't look down on board, man. Because poor people, it's so poor people say in Jamaica. Poor people feel say, oh, board house. No, I'm in a board house. And you are talking like say, you couldn't live in a, in a board house, you couldn't have pay $1,000 feet. That is a joke. But you see now, you make the joke turn into something with deeply embedded in you about board house. So you see, now I throw me can and you pick it up. Throw me can, a door can no foul. And you pick it up already and it down your belly. And then Neil go eat piece of the can too. Neil go eat piece of the can too. You know see? Yeah, Neil a choke round there now. Because he talk about cube. He talk about cube now. You know see? A zinc make cube, foul cube, a zinc. A zinc on a board, zinc house, zinc. And me I tell you, say board house a good house we live in it. Some people design, watch a man, the greatest design, you have some magazine if you're looking at them, man. When you're looking at them, Mako magazine them, and them old-time houses where you see in Jamaica. You ever look at them old-time houses in Jamaica, you think a concrete build them, a wood build them. I know cement and steel build them, a wood. The best looking house them, the old time looking house them in Jamaica. I know concrete. Black people have the mentality about wood. Black people. Them feel say wooden house a sufferation. You know see? Anyway. Anyway. It's just different perceptions on the have. You see, me glad to me I walk here alone, you know. Because I kind of know exactly how the young people think, you know. Me know how to think, believe you be. Sometimes I sit down in my yard and I say, you know, so me glad to me I walk at a pure little mosquito in the studio with me. Yes, that was the drive time, 5 o'clock, top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cash pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Tune in later at 8:25 for another chance to win in top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, lucky 5, and cash pot draws. You know, me just thought about the wooden house a while ago, and something else comes to my mind about mattress, Kaya mattress, and cheek. So me I thought about some work with whole heap of mosquito inside, so me I try to figure out if I shouldn't say mosquito, but I said chink. Hey, chink, I want serious thing in your mattress now. Believe you me. When you sit there with my granddad, mattress full of chink. And them have the chink powder where you go at pharmacy go buy it up. And spray it out and make it sneeze like what. But the mattress on the boat again no. Mattress now is mattress. You have a mattress that sell a cost about $700,000, you know. You hear what a mattress there?
We can't fly.
No, it must carry a guy when you sleep on it, believe you me. $700,000 for one mattress, you know. No, and you press it elevate your back and your head and you can't put it. No, that's a Oros mattress you talk about. You talk about if you can give massage. You have bed in a Oros and give massage. That's a hotel. It give massage. Sir. Anyway, we're there with you. All right. Where we there? All right, we done the poetry thing. We just want to remind the people them now. The Marcus Garvey celebration this Sunday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here at IRFM. We are hoping to see everyone. I mean everyone, because it is a day full with all different things. May I tell you? It is a feast of knowledge and feast of food and culture. And may I tell you, man, we want to yellow Cabo on our team, you know, for really work on this thing so much, you know. May I tell you? Work on it. We'll go back to this song, yeah. Because we just talk about, we always say when the lion start telling story, it's a different story you go hear. So, out of Bermuda, this is the stepping razor, the art of war. Yes, what kind of screaming that I go on?
Yeah, Rastafari.
Yeah, man, Iron Man.
Prosperity, yes, how you do, man?
Me there, man.
What a sweet program from last night, man. I tell you, not even honey sweet like.
A 4 time now you call me since the day started, you know. You realize a 4 time you call me?
Well, you don't know what you mouth of the program right now.
Sabat 2 no easy, you know. Sabat 2, me just started a while ago.
Yeah, but you're not talking to me for here. A good while now, I'm not calling you razor the other one. I'm calling for your personal number. But I'm calling for your work number now.
All right. Where you say now?
Yeah, well, a Marcus Garvey heard strong, you know, August. So, at the black consciousness we are dealing with. So, when we see a plague Jamaica nation right now, because we just talk to Jamaica, where we have to be out of our eye first before we go to America. Now, when we see really are going now, Mota, is that mother and father bleach, and mother and father bleach them underage children. So, I want to know if the law or the government now look into where I'm going. Because they're asking our Mota, if a mother bleach her 8-year-old or 7-year-old daughter, is that a crime?
Say, I want to say most of the bleaching cream them illegal, you know. I don't know what the government do about it, but most of the bleaching cream them illegal. I don't know.
So that means it is a crime if a mother bleach her 7-year-old daughter.
Maybe we should ask Tony for check somebody about it, you know.
Yeah, man, I want to know point blank. I want to check that out. All right, keep that page then.
Yeah. No, me don't want to skip it yet. Me want to tell Tony say.
No, come on, you check it out first and find out before now.
I told him I tell something. Behave yourself now, man.
Yes.
Me want before the program done, if Tony could have called some former law person to find out if it's illegal for parents bleach them children's skin, given that bleach in itself is illegal in Jamaica. It's just that it deb out the place freely, and people are still in the roadside where they're supposed to sell. So me just want to go find out if this is something where we can really investigate and say. But you're not supposed to have bleach a little picnic because.
All right.
So the next thing.
Keep that page now. All right, listen now. All of the Jamaican artists, them who big now, the number one on the chart and a fly first class, and on all of the Rockingham Festival, them and the big show them in England and America. Well, Sabbath Tooth not start the on them show there yet, but soon to come. Now, all of the big artists, them now, who know say phone money turn up. One time on our book show, kind of depend number one.
You look that sound like you're tone grudgeful talk, you know.
No,
that's like a grudgeful talk you bring up this one. But all of the artists them will make big money turn up and you know them know.
It now go sound like it's a grudgeful talk.
All right, go on.
So first and foremost, me have to say to all of the Jamaican artists them, Saba no bad mind.
Yeah, who for money turn up? Who for money turn up? Who for money turn up? Go on, and them depend all of the big festival them are part. Yeah.
So when we get to find out now, all of the most of the Jamaican artists them right now we're current, where them money turn up, all of them bleach out.
All of them
black, and them get down.
All right. Hold on. Like who, sir? Tell me the big artists them with them bleach out.
Blackness and
all right, hold on. Me I look on when I bring your name up on the television, Christopher Martin that. No, Christopher Martin that do a KC advertisement. All right. Christopher Martin are one of the artists them where you say them money turn up, don't it?
Yeah.
But it don't look like him bleach. So you say all.
No, you hear me I say to you.
You say all. You say all of the big artists them bleach out. All. You say all of them bleach out.
All right. Hear me I say no.
Yeah, me I hear what you say.
All of the bleach out big artists them. That me say not all.
You say all of the big artists them bleach out.
The big all of the big artists them bleach out.
Okay, all right.
And that's what I got to know. We are gonna call name now because what we have to know, we have justified the thing, and we not sound hypocritical, and we not sound biased. We just have to speak the truth and cast it.
Yeah. So tell me who you talk about.
All right. So for instance, now we love Vibes Cartel. We love
Vibes Cartel in a prison, man. We're not talking about Vibes Cartel in Ghana, Ratatam and Ghana, a festival.
Yeah. We know that. We don't. It's a black consciousness, you know. So you're the black consciousness now. Alkaline now, who the black and bleach out. Right now, all of the liquor youth them have alkaline on them phone, and them love alkaline. Even though them now do not show Jamaica, can say I'm free Jamaica people boo him or whatever.
Yeah, but them a boo him a foreign too. But them a boo him a foreign too.
All right. Anyway,
who else?
Him becomes, I'm going to stick on him little. Him becomes automatically a road model for the youth them because most of the 99% of the youth them will listen to alkaline bleach right out here to them vein. I don't know how them do them something. The way you look on some of the girl them lord them skin cranny, me say them bleach till them skin a stretch.
So alkaline make the girl them bleach though. Alkaline make the girl them bleach though.
Muta, listen to me.
No, me just ask you. Me just ask if alkaline make the girl them bleach though.
Him is part of the contribution. The radio and the TV is part of the contribution, and the artists them, because the artists them are the role model for the people, and the people them are watch TV.
Alright, so who else? Which are the big artists?
Number one.
Name an next big artist again. Name an next big artist.
Name an next big artist again. Bleach. Presently,
you take too long. You know.
I'm say cartel. Can they in a prison?
No, but you want to say cartel? Cartel in a prison, not there Ratatam, and they're on big festival in Europe, and the money not turn up. So why you tell me another artist where them? You mentioned alkaline. You never afraid to say alkaline.
No.
That's how you afraid to say somebody else.
All right. No, I think of. Help me.
You think too long. Me must help you. Are you company ready and attack them things? That's what me must help you.
All right. Listen what me I say to you now.
Yeah.
The bleaching thing reach an epidemic in Jamaica when enough people see and a play a blind eye. It's in every inner city. Everybody know more than 20 people in a them community where bleach.
Yeah, and me know more than 20 people in my community where bleach.
All right. So me I tell you now, by now in 5 years time, if we don't make the people them knowledge up of black consciousness. The whole Jamaica turn brown in people.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. So you know things say you have a whole heap of people where I show the people them say the bleaching not supposed to work out.
Yeah, but them people, them lock them down and now play them music like Sabatooth. Enough time I have to beg enough people to play my music. When them play Sabatooth music, nobody know want bleach because them hear black consciousness.
When hold on, man. Sabatooth alone in that music, I said people must bleach.
No.
A long time and I said them a bleach out them skin. Me no mention no song about no bleaching. Listen to me, man.
No, meaning that you burn out the bleaching.
You know, them know you a whole heap of artists attack against bleaching, man. A whole heap of artists me attack against bleaching.
But what we have said, the artists them who is against the bleaching, them now get established, or them song not get established. But the one them say bleach out and rub on your skin till it's white like chalk, and them song that reach number one.
But maybe the song them where you are talking about where against the bleaching, the people them don't like it because it not have no melody and it not catchy to them.
No, because I never do no song about no bleaching.
What about you? I know you not talk about.
Songs if you love it. Alright, me do a song named Reggae World. I want you play the song that asks the people them if it have melody. You have that.
No, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for them advertisement then.
It a deal with black consciousness.
You have to pay. If you want me play the tune and then you ask people about the tune, you have to pay me a kneel.
Alright, well, Neil and Mutabaruka, I Sabatooth, a.k.a. I World King, I say, play the song the name Reggae World, like how...
No, but me not have no conversation round the song, and that me I try to show you because you look promotion, free promotion, me I tell you you have to go pay IRFM for it.
Well, to Sabatooth do the first outside broadcast the Irie, and nothing if Irie play a one tune for Saba and the people them.
Me never say me never say moon play it. Me I say you want to have a conversation around your song. And me I say you have to go pay IRFM to do that. If you don't want to pay IRFM, pay me.
IRFM, please, can you play Reggae World for Saba? Because a black consciousness.
You can't ask IRFM to play it, Mutabaruka you talk to you, so no. Mutabaruka, we not play the song, Me I say, we not play the song for have no conversation round the song.
Okay, alright. When you play the song, we want the people them wear bleach, listen to the song and love it, not because
no, you can't tell people where to love the blackness. Well, you can't tell people where to love Sabatooth.
No, because you know, right is right, and you have to tell the people them to love justice. You can't tell the people them to love injustice because that's not right. You just have to speak
You tune pan the murder she wrote with him. Say I say from Buju tell you bro, everybody I wrote them a bleach. Them a bleach out. You know how long that tune they make?
Nah, the rank.
You know how long that tune they make? A long time that tune they make,
That's true.
Every time you put on a tune, me person, my experience when me have with that tune, when me a play out. You said that me put on a tune there.
Yeah.
You want to see the bleachers, them are really that sky.
Mash up in here, me I tell you.
No, the bleachers, the bleachers, them attack. No, the bleachers, them attack. But the bleachers, them.
I tell you, the bleachers, them now are. I tell you how it gone crazy in Jamaica now.
Yeah.
Every girl in a Jamaica, especially in the ghetto, them love the boy them when them bleach out and you see them vein.
Yeah, man, I know
them hardly see them black you.
Saba. I know every girl in the ghetto like bleaching, man.
Not every.
Why you keep on make them broad? No, you can't have a percentage.
Out of 100%.
No, nobody put no percentage, but because you never take no sense out.
Because the in thing.
But you not take no sense out.
People them like it or not, that are run things in a Jamaica.
Me never say nah run thing, but me I say I know every girl in the ghetto love bleachers. I know every girl. Me know a girl will live in the ghetto we can't take them. Me know a girl in the ghetto we can't take when them see woman, when them see man have them pants long and them ass like Neil or so.
Mota, you're so right. But you have to be very technical with intelligence when you say that. The girl them wanna like the bleach out man them I like Mutabaruka daughter.
No, my daughter don't live a ghetto.
The right way and a rasta and she don't want a bleach out man. We are skin when time them
Saba.
In our mouth.
Saba. You know listen to me
Saba. Yeah.
My daughter don't live in the ghetto. I'm not talking about my daughter. No, but
you say people down and still a bleach.
Saba, now listen to him. I say no. Saba, you say every girl in the ghetto love the bleach as them.
All right, and that's why I put a percentage.
But I say no go so because I know a girl when living at the ghetto when no love bleachers. Oh, you know that. Oh, you know she has 60. Oh, you know she has 60%. Oh, you know that. Oh, you come to that conclusion.
Here, all I know now.
Oh, you know.
Because
Yeah.
living at the ghetto,
Yeah.
I'm watch the bleach out youth.
You count about people.
For the bleach out youth them.
And you go, they know for bleach then, man, because look like you want some girl and can't get no girl.
Well,
Saba look like you want a girl, you know. Saba, you Saba.
And all of them were bleach.
Saba. Me soon go to the advertisement. Saba.
I know that, yeah.
Me soon go to the advertisement. Here me ask you know. You never see a bleach as girl will look good yet. Eh?
All right, listen to me.
No. Just answer me, man. You never see a bleach as girl where you say, yo, me I tell you, you look good.
Answer you now.
Answer
she
me,
look good if she's sexy and beautiful. But she not look
I want this man, man. The man you're mad man, you know. Listen to the question. You ever see a girl with bleach yet? Well, when you look on her, you say, why the girl look nice, even though she bleach. I'm supposed to say bad mind, man. Because you don't get the girl.
Yeah, why no? You say me said no. Me say a bleach out girl, it look like say. Just choose she bleach. Me I say the girl ugly and she not sexy. Remember say she done beautiful already and sexy, you know. Just bleach.
Yeah, so the bleach makes you look nicer.
No, to she.
To you, me talk. To you.
Not to me. To she feel like that. She brown already, but if she bleach out, she more nicer. So that
we work up the American embassy. No work inside, but you work outside. I'm a good little friend, them, you know. Them like hold your cell phone. When you're going to the embassy, them take your cell phone and you pay them money. Or them have share out there with them help you. Me say look at that, I say about me never know the brown skin people bleach. And she make me know the brown skin people bleach.
White. Because the slave master cause all of this motor, cause when the people them look, them see God in the bank and all of this top place are brown people. Them see at the front desk.
That's a long time thing that man. A long time thing that man. You have black woman will work now the bank.
Well, right now it a run things that be a brown people, enough people want iron at them business place. Them no want the black people them say them save a monkey and all of this. That's why everybody are bleaching. Me I tell you the artists them want get opportunity. Cause them a see on the brown people I call it the Grammy like, not for the brown man them. And so the brown artists them I sell diamond and platinum. Tell me which black artist sell a million copy recently.
So you have a chance then. You don't have a chance.
Big cartel right
no,
now.
You don't have a chance then. You don't have a chance, no.
No, then that's why we come to wise up the people them have for black consciousness and make them know. Say black people make a lot of brown people everybody, you know. So no know themselves because when I bleach out in the melanin, you don't have no farm of melanin. Alright,
Saba, me get a length of time now. We don't have to bother play your tune now because see you get more than play song. You play more than song. Anyway, we have to move.
Win big with Hypro and Jamaica Egg Farmers Association.
JPS continues the smart meter upgrade from Thursday, August 18 to Sunday, August 21 in the following location.
Stepping razor, come to it now. We just check a liar a while ago about this bleaching thing. Saba told you listen. Tony said the liar say that Tony, tell me what them say. Because I know you don't want to talk on the radio, but you have more clarity than me. Tell me what the liar say.
There are two sides to approach it from. The pharmaceutical side, in that are these chemicals even legal that they use? The soap, the cream, anything, is it legal? And the next side would be from the child abuse aspect of it. So, is it abuse to be using illegal substance on your children, like if this burn them skin, you know, that kind of...
So you can charge with two things, illegal substance and also abuse to the children. Alright, Saba, so you get your answer there, so the lawyer say, if the thing is illegal and you put it by your picnic, if you put it by yourself too, it's illegal, you can't go jail for it. And if you put it by your picnic and something happened to your picnic, you can also get charged for that. So that put a hold on that. You know, in Gambia, it's illegal to bleach your skin. This is the stepping razor. the art of war. We want to give thanks to Tony. We want to give thanks to Neil. We want to give thanks to Mr. Professor Small for coming in the studio. Yes, he will be here on Sunday also. The two poets them who win the competition, $10,000, $5,000. We want to thank me hungry as usual. We not left out me hungry. Yes, my brethren. My brethren is very, very loyal. Very loyal. You don't get what? What you want for? You know, don't eat your chicken and rice and peas already. What you talk about? You are the one Kishima go on like, when you did that change in the diet. And when hungry bite it, you don't go buy Kentucky fried chicken or whatsoever, go buy. It's not easy, no. It's not easy at all.